Let's talk about our profound nature, what you profoundly are, not what you think you are, not what you believe yourself to be. In truth, I truly don't care about this. But what you profoundly are, what precedes this I, what is prior to this I. Because we all have this sense of existence, this intuitive, I exist, I am here, you are here. We are aware, but most people are somehow blind to that. So if you are watching this, it's because you want to get rid of something. What is this something? Tell me more about this. The ego. So you want to get rid of the ego. What is this ego? Tell me more about this. Tell me a story. Because I know that you have this sense of identity, which is a pure illusion. And you will say, no, I have this sense of identity. I am a person. I have a past. I experience something in the world. I have a name. All of this is labels. All of this is simply the sum of the beliefs and ideas you hold about yourself. But right now, if you remain present for a moment, it doesn't actually exist. It doesn't actually exist. So how to get rid of something that actually doesn't exist? It's like the ego wants to get rid of the ego. So the ego is a story about yourself. It's a kind of narrative. But you will tell me, no, I have this sense of identity. I can choose, I think, I have my own thoughts. But all of this you can see. You can see when you are lost in a kind of narrative within yourself, when you have this inner voice within yourself. So all of this you can see. You can see this thought that comes. You can see all these mechanisms. But what is truly crucial is to notice the point of view from which all this is seen. You know what I mean? See, feel from where all of this is being witnessed. From where have I seen somehow? Can you feel it? Can you notice that? Trace back the thread from where this is being seen. It's like you step back, you step back, you step back again. Return to the place from which this is being observed. So anything you can see is not you. So thoughts are coming, they are going, okay? So all of this you can see. When you have your own mechanism, when you react to something, all of this you can see. So try to be truly aware. And what I mean by that is, when you do something, do only one thing. For instance, when I drink a cup of tea, when you drink a cup of tea, you drink a cup of tea. You are not like this, lost in your thoughts, in the things that you should and shouldn't do tomorrow. You simply remain present and you are aware that you are drinking a cup of tea. But it's not that I am drinking a cup of tea, it's drinking a cup of tea without this I, without this egoic I. So when you eat, it's like not you are a person that is eating. There is simply eating. When you try to fall asleep, it's not like there is no person that is trying to fall asleep. There is simply trying to fall asleep. When you work, there is not a person that is working. There is simply working. When you are watching a video like right now, you are not watching a video. There is simply watching. Does this resonate with you? So, for instance, right now there is simply watching. There is a kind of big visual field. And what is behind this? Ask yourself right now, what is this? You can point yourself with your finger. What are you right now? So forget your story for a moment. Forget the past. Forget all your story. What is this I? What is prior to this I? So I love this. I love this phrase. The answer is the non-answer. Remain with that. And when I was on my spiritual journey towards awakening, I used to love watching my mind. It's kind of truly interesting, I would say, what the mind could say. Because you are not your mind. Mind is a tool. It's part of you. But you are not this, as you can see your mind, as you can observe your mind. You can observe this narrative, this inner story. So it's like a movie. You are there, watching your mind. All the blah, blah, blah. When you meet someone, when you walk in the street, you can see this kind of narrative. So try to notice this space from where you can see the world. You can see this outer world, this inner world. So again, take a step backward as the observer of all. For instance, right now, you might have a kind of inner voice that is judging, positive or negative, we don't care. But even this you can see. So trace back the thread from where it's being seen. Return to the place from which this is being observed. And rest yourself in this space for a moment. Abide as this, as Muji would say. Remain as that, as this space, as the observer. So rest yourself. And this is what you are. This is what you profoundly are. Any narrative is okay. It will come, it will play a bit, and then it will go. But don't cling to that. It's okay. If right now you are lost in the narrative, you trace back the thread, and you remain here. You return to the place, to this calm place, where everything is welcome. Any kind of narrative is welcome. And this space is not affected by anything. You can rest in this space. It's a place of love, of peace, of joy, a joy of being, a joy without any reason. Any reason. So the question that follows, which is a crucial one, is what makes you think that you haven't awakened yet? Notice what comes up. What comes up? Tell me in the comments below. What makes you think that you haven't awakened yet? Because when I see you, I see myself. We are the same. We are the same. What observed here is exactly the same that was observed there. This is exactly the same. This is the same light. So you are already this. So what makes you think that you are not this yet? What makes you think that you are something else? Observe what comes up. No, because yesterday I reacted to something that my girlfriend or my boyfriend said. Okay, it was yesterday, but what now? No, it's impossible because before the video I judged someone. But even this arises within yourself. Even this judgment arises within yourself. No, because everything arises within yourself. Every narrative, even your own story about your false self arises within yourself. So you can see it from this space. So what makes you think that you are not that one now? What makes you think that? No, Tony, because I can't find this space. Okay. Remain here. Sit with yourself. Take a moment every single day to sit with yourself as the observer. Don't believe what the mind tells you. Don't believe it. And remain as the observer. And at some point, gradually you will notice this space. And it could be right now. Because you are experiencing that right now. Because you are that. You have always been that. So do not believe your mind. Do not believe your mind, but observe it. Create a distance with it. Watch your mind with detachment. And trace back the thread. Return to the place. Return to this place. Much love.